In this section, I wanted to introduce you to the three main packages that we're going to be using to do all of our visualization. The first one is Matplotlib, the next is Seaborn, and the third one is a football-specific package called MPL Soccer. So Matplotlib is by far the most used within the visualization section of Python just in general. It is a great tool for creating plots, for creating different graphs, and it allows you to create just a simple plot such as a scatter plot, or you can create a very specific and customized plot depending on what your end goal is. And in all honesty, it is a very big skill to have just to know how to work with Matplotlib. So throughout this course, I'll be showing you different things about Matplotlib and how you can use it to empower your graphs, visualizations, and such. The next one is called Seaborn. Seaborn is a much more data analysis type package, which allows you to create graphs very easily and very simply to do data analysis, data exploration, and kind of your exploratory data analysis that is required, when you're doing machine learning. So Seaborn is a great just plug and play. It's built on top of Matplotlib. And then last but not least is MPL Soccer, which is by far one of the most important packages we have for the football analytics visualizations that we're going to be creating. This basically does all of the hard work for us when it comes to plotting pitches, plotting different things on a pitch, and creating different graphs. And this makes it super easy because it is just a wrapper around Matplotlib, and we don't have to go and code and create all of these different graphs by ourselves. We can rely on MPL Soccer to do that for us. It really is a great blessing to have this package. In other sports, they don't really have anything similar to this for Python, so this is great to have, and it makes it so that we can actually do this analysis, and it makes it so anybody can really plug and play and learn to do this analysis a lot easier. So over the next couple of videos, you'll see exactly how we use MPL Soccer and all of the great benefits it brings. But let's hurry and dive in just so I can show you how Matplotlib works and how Seaborn works as well. So go ahead and open up a Jupyter notebook, and we're just going to start off by creating some dummy data. So first thing to do is just say import numpy as np, and then import pandas as PD. So let's import our packages, and then we're just going to create a time series graph, so just a bunch of data points over a time range. So we'll say our time variable equals pd.dateRange, like this, so date underscore range, and then we want to say the day we want to start with, so we'll say 2021-0101, January 1st of 2021, and then say periods equals 100. So this is going to create time series data, so just dates of 100 periods starting with 2021 January 1st. And then let's create just our data points, our numerical values that will be our y-axis. So if we say data equals np.random.randn, and then do 100, and then do dot cumulative sum, so cum sum. So essentially what this is going to do is going to create 100 random numbers between 0 and -1 and 1, and then it's going to cumulatively sum those. So you're going to be just getting like a rolling graph of the sum, starting with the first one and going down to the 100th. So let's create that, and then let's turn it into a data frame so that we can plot it pretty easily. So to do this, just say df equals pd.dataframe with a capital D and a capital F, and then we'll pass in our data, so say data, and then our index equals our time variable, and then our columns, just like this, say value. So we're just naming our columns instead of it just being, because data, it doesn't know what to actually name that, so we're saying our name is data, or our column name is value for our data variables. And then if you do df.head, you can kind of see what it looks like. So these are the random numbers it chose, and then these are the 100 days after. So to plot it, it's actually very simple if we just use Matplotlib. So all we have to do is just say import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. So we're importing the pyplot subfunction of Matplotlib to make our graphs. So go ahead and run that. And then we're going to say plt.plot. So this is going to create a line plot, the dot plot method. So we'll say plt.plot, and then our x-axis is going to be df.index. Our y-axis will be df value. So our column df value, go ahead and close that, and it will graph that. So as you can see, it's just plotting our data points over that 100-day period that we created. So that is a very simple graph, but we can also do a scatter plot if we wanted instead of this line graph. So if we say plt.scatter, and then just same thing, do df.index as our y, and then df value like that. And make sure you have the parenthesis at the end. So now we have our own scatter plot, and it's the exact same data, just this is a line plot, this is a scatter plot. So the other package that we use, like I mentioned, is called Seaborn, and this one is very similar when creating these graphs. You just need to pass in an X and a Y axis, and then there is more customization you can do if you want to change, backgrounds. And I mean, we'll cover a lot more of that as the course goes on. This is just kind of an introduction to the actual packages. So to use Seaborn, we say import Seaborn, and then it's very common to rename it as SNS. Let me run a couple of these. And then to do the line plot that we did before, we just say sns.lineplot. And then we say the data that we want to pass in. So we say data equals df, like that. And then we actually have to pass in our x and y values. So we say x equals df.index, and then y equals the column name from our data. So we say value, like that. And as you can see, exact same thing as above. And then let's do the scatter plot. So if we say sns.scatterplot, and then just same arguments, we say what our data is, so it's that data frame, x equals df.index, and then y equals value. So we're just telling it what column to use for the value, and there we go. Same thing. So that is just kind of an introduction to how we import the packages, how to use them, just a couple of quick little examples. And obviously this is the very bare bones minimum of what these packages can do. These packages are very powerful and they are very useful for customization, creating different graphs. So let's now go on to the next lessons where we're going to start creating different graphs and preparing us for project 1, which is to build a match dashboard. So I'll see you in the next one.